my name is Rachel, and I'm a homeschool mom to two boys, grades 3rd and 5th. Today I'm going to be unboxing something that I just got, which is by Matthew C., their AIM, which is Accelerated Individualized Mastery, and this is for addition and subtraction. Before I get into this, I was going to kind of share my thought process on why I bought this, and I'm trying it out. However, what I am going to try to do is learn how to put chapters in my videos. And so if you're not interested in my math thoughts, which is perfectly fine, I am not always interested in my own math thoughts. You can skip ahead, if I have figured out how to do it, straight into the unboxing to see what's inside. So, my math thoughts is where I want to start, and I have a lot of thoughts about math. Of all the subjects with homeschool, I feel like this is the one that I'm always questioning and never fully confident that I have picked the correct curriculum for each child that I have. Now, I think my math thoughts for my oldest son compared to my younger son are different, so I don't need to talk about my older son right now because this AIM program is for my younger son. So he's in 3rd grade, and he knows his addition and subtraction, but it's not quick, right? If I ask him something, he has to kind of think about it. He kind of needs to count. He is not able to just, on all of them, just pull them out, push them out, whatever. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to work with him specifically on this skill. Now, I don't necessarily feel that I needed to purchase this whole kit to work on that. However, here's where my math thoughts come into play. My second son is a kinetic learner, which means he kind of learns with touching things and holding things and manipulating things and things like that, okay? And so I have always wondered if Matthew C. was the best math curriculum for him, because you know that they have their block system. This one has a block system. I'll get into this. And so I wondered if this math curriculum company was best for him. And so when I thought, okay, we need to work on these specifically addition, subtraction facts just so that he can just say them quickly and know them fast and not have to count them. And I saw that Matthew C. had this AIM program. This is not their math curriculum. This is something kind of on the side, supplementary if your child needs help. And so the reason I decided to purchase this is obviously to help him, but as well to see how he works and commingles or, I don't know, responds to Matthew C.'s process of doing things. Now, I cannot say that this is going to be exactly like Matthew C.'s math curriculum because I've never used it. So I don't have both to compare, but I felt like this would give me a much better understanding of how he would work with their specific way of teaching math. What we have always used in the past for both my boys is spiral math, which means you learn a subject and then you kind of move around to another subject, but then you come back around and you review the first one. And it just keeps going around like that. And this Matthew C. is considered mastery, meaning you do not move forward to anything until you have mastered this one math topic, and then you can move on. So it's a different way of just learning math, a different process. So I am curious to see how he does specifically with their company. I have other things to help with him with his math facts, games, and other things, but this was part of my math thoughts, I guess. So anyways, that's where I'm at with this. And so I'm going to turn this around and I will do sort of a flip through of what's inside. All right, let's go into this. Here is the Matthew C. AIM addition and subtraction. So right when you open it, the first thing you have here is the step 1 digital pack access. I went ahead and covered my code. This code is going to be individualized to my purchase. Pretty positive. The only one person who watches my videos is my mom. Hi, Mom. But just in case, so she doesn't try to steal it, I'm going to cover it up. So the digital pack includes the lesson videos, instructions, the solutions, and printable resources. There will be a tour video of how to navigate the digital pack, which will be super helpful for me because anything digital is kind of my worst quality. And then they have some more videos. So here it's just saying you need the digital pack to actually do this program, but it comes with your purchase and you have a code here on the other side for that. So getting into this is what we have here. And it says on the back of the box, what's included are all of the blocks, the resource guide, fact check cards, math facts, strategy posters, as well as the colored pencils. All right, we have math facts strategy posters. Kind of talks to you the purpose of them and how to use them. We have the blocks here. And then we have colored pencils that coordinate the colors with the blocks, which will be part of, so sometimes they'll be doing the math with the blocks, sometimes they'll be doing the math with the coordinating colors. So part of this program is memorizing the colors that go with the math you see with each individual number. Now, again, I have not used the Math You See actual math curriculum, but if I am right, I do believe that these colors are different than there are ones for their math program. So that might be a complication, but I don't actually know that for a fact. And then they have the resource guide. And they have the, what are these called? They call these the strategy posters. And one part of Math You See, from my understanding, is that they will do the process of they will build it, and then they're going to write it, and then they say it out loud. So it really helps no matter what type of learner your student is, that this is how they work towards mastery. That is their process of teaching math. So there's a whole bunch of them, and they are all double-sided. They also have these fact check cards. Now the purpose of these is if they can answer these in 3 seconds or less without having to count, without having to think about it, they just know it, you can fill in a star. And when they have gotten 3 stars on this, that is considered it's been mastered and you can move on. And so here are all of those. I'm not sure why some are blank, but some of them are blank. And then we have the resource guide. So in the resource guide, there's a before AIM assessment, see where they are at, introduction, program components, AIM lesson roadmap, AIM the session by session after a lesson, frequently asked questions, lessons at a glance, lessons 1 through 9, after addition assessment, bridge to subtraction, lessons 10 through 11, lessons 12 through 22, after subtraction assessment, mastery review, and the after AIM assessment next steps appendix. And don't forget, you do need the digital pack, which comes with your purchase. So I'm just sort of flipping through this. Again, I have not really looked through this yet. It's obvious to me that this is not part of something that my son will be going through. This is simply for me on how to teach this according to their way of teaching math. This is all going to be my lesson plan. So I just got onto the digital pack and I watched their tour video of how to use their digital pack. So I have a few notes for that now. First off, it was super user-friendly. The person who was doing it talked really slow, used words that I could understand. I am not anything to do with electronics, anything to do with computers, I am not good at. And so I really do appreciate how easy it was to understand for somebody like me. On there, they do have something called digital manipulatives, which I think will be a really cool feature that I'm sure my third grader will probably enjoy using. They have a worksheet generator, which was really cool. You can go down, the example I'm showing was not for the AIM program that I purchased because I took snapshots of their tour guide video. But in the worksheet generator, you can choose what your student needs to work on. And again, this kind of really goes with their mastery. You don't move on till your kid knows it, has mastered the concept. And so that is where that worksheet generator is going to be very helpful. There are already ideas of how to help your student work towards mastery. They also have a section for online drills. They have an area which, okay, this was really cool. They have all of their products are on there, and you can have, they've put up there the first 3 lessons for all of their products. So even though I've only bought one of their products, I can see the first 3 lessons of everything that they have to offer. And so this will really help me see if we were to make the switch to Matthew C's curriculum, this is really going to help me know what to expect, what that's going to look like. They also have a section of a whole bunch of different blogs and videos that you can watch. So for the homeschool mom nerd that you just want to have all of these different watch all these different conversations on math and teaching, I think is going to be really fun to geek out on. And then they showed there's a section for the My Digital Packs, and that's where you will find the lesson videos and the different resources of the program that you have bought. And for me specifically, it is the AIM, Addition, and Subtraction. So if you did watch my last video, which was talking a bit about why we do year-round homeschool, you may have heard me mention that my kids only do math maybe twice a week, and then 3 times a week I alternate that with their language arts. And so my plan for this is actually, I'm going to start this right away. I'm going to start this next week with my 3rd grader. And I plan on just doing this on the days that he's not doing math on one of his language arts days. So I hope that that was helpful. And one other thing that I just was thinking about with all my math thoughts, I do feel one thing that I am, maybe my goal in math is that it shouldn't be, is I think I'm working with this wrong assumption that if I can just find the perfect way of teaching math that clicks with my kids, that they will love it. That they will love math. And maybe I need to not make that my goal of making them trying to get them to love math because it's just working in their brain. Math does not need to be their favorite subject. My older son is absolutely language arts focused. And a 3rd grader, I'm not quite sure. He's somewhere in the middle probably, but so I think that I need to let go of just trying to get them to fall in love with math because I don't know why I'm trying to do that. They just need to know it. They don't need to love it. I will say that with the Good and the Beautiful math, this was our first year of doing it. I was going through some of the upcoming lessons with my older son who's in 5th grade, and he was kind of explaining to me some of the layout of their math, and his words says, yeah, it's really fun, and these things are really cool. And then the other day he had worked ahead on a lesson because it was a puzzle thing that he thought looked interesting, and so he worked ahead just because. Both my kids have already looked at, they have a video on their website, The Good and the Beautiful, for their math, and they've watched those, and they said, yeah, I want to do that grade, the next grade. So they both want to do The Good and the Beautiful math next year, and I will absolutely keep that thought in mind when I make my final decision. But I am excited that I will have a couple months to work with my 3rd grader with Matthew C's stuff and just kind of see how that works. I'm really interested to know, and I can do after we've actually used it, kind of a review of how it worked. Another thing is Matthew C has this AIM program also for multiplication and division. So it's possible that we might continue with The Good and the Beautiful and then bring out this AIM for multiplication and division as well. If I see that issue, my older son might benefit from it as well. So anyways, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you got an understanding if this was a good program for you. Thanks for listening to my math thoughts if you did. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, thanks. Bye.